Yep, there's yet another new year getting ready to approach, but let me tell you something. This is a big one. This is 2020. And my question to you is, are you ready for 2020? Are you ready to scale at your goals and really allow for the manifestation of the things that you've been dreaming to really come forth in this year? Well, I want to be able to show you in this video how you can change your life before 2020 with only 3 months left of 2019. Stay tuned. The last quarter of the year is usually the greatest time to be able to put together a great momentum so that you can build healthy habits and begin to see a new normal in your life before the new year. Now, see, the issue is that most of us wait to the very beginning of the year to set all of these New Year's resolutions in place. And then before we know it, by the time we get to March, thereabout, we begin to fall off of the different resolutions that we set in place. And what does that do? It sets us up for absolute failure. And the reason why is because we begin to feel bad and depressed about the fact that we thought that this would be the year that we would do everything that we've set out to do in terms of our dreams and aspirations, hopes, and absolutely our goals. I want to challenge you to do something different. In order for you to be able to do something different, you have to put a new plan and strategy in place, right? Your new plan and strategy will most oftentimes have to be something that you put into place that's practical, that will help you to be able to build up new habits. The only way that you can change your life before 2020 is if you do something different, if you get different strategies in place. Some of the greatest giants in different industries, the greatest businesses that you know and buy from, get ahead of the game. They've already got their master plan in place so that they can take your money before the new quarter comes in. And because of the fact that they have different strategies in place, they're able to have different goals in mind that they want to reach so that they can make their money. I want you to begin to look at your life as one of the greatest businesses that you absolutely admire. When you think about the meticulous details that the business that you admire builds itself up with so that they can make sure that they hit the profit that they've set out to make, kind of blows your mind, right? But if you would begin to look at your life and your goals and your dreams the exact same way, I can absolutely bet you that you would have the power to be able to change your life. It's not enough for you just to be sitting around wishing that you can get to that place that you keep seeing in your mind's eye. You've got to put some kind of plan into practice so that you can reach your goals in 2020 and absolutely change your life. I want you to go ahead and get ready to change the game. I want you to put your mind in this so that you can finish strong in 2019, ready for this new year that's upcoming. You've got less than 3 months to make this happen, and I know you can do it. All right, so here's our game plan. I'm gonna supply you with 10 different strategies in this video that are gonna help you to be able to build a momentum to change your life. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm gonna supply you with a surprise that will guarantee your success of changing your life in this upcoming year. These action steps that I'm gonna supply you with are just that. They're action steps. Anytime you set out to reach a goal, it's super duper important that you make sure that you have planned out action steps. Remember, we're making a comparison in terms of your life to that great company that you absolutely admire. So the first thing that I want you to do is get your schedule together. Some of the greatest CEOs in our world they have a rigid schedule, and most of them start their day while everyone is still sleeping. According to an article in the HuffPost, some studies say that 90% of executives wake up before 6 a.m. on weekdays, and nearly 50% of self-made millionaires wake up at least 3 hours before their workday really begins. If you're planning on being that next executive or self-made millionaire in the year 2020, you've got to get your schedule on track. A couple of years ago, I had a situation that absolutely rocked my health. After having my third son, I found out that I had a condition called contact dermatitis. This was literally something that seems like it dropped out of the sky. But one thing that I realized about myself and other human beings is that sometimes we don't treasure our health until we no longer have it at the place that we did previously. So with that being said, if you're not on track with getting your health together, in order for you to be able to change your life for this upcoming year, you're going to have to get your health on track. Some of the ways that you'll be able to get your health on track is by getting a trainer or a health coach. And these people are placed in your life to be able to help you to have accountability. I've realized as a health coach myself that many people in our world today, including myself, we know exactly what we should be doing. But it's when we don't have the accountability that we need to be able to keep us on track by helping us to be able to create new habits that we're not really able to create the new habits that we need so that we can be at our best. The next thing that I want to have you do so that you can change your life before 2020 is to get your finances in order. I felt so refreshed the other day when I asked my husband to check this app called the Capital app, mainly because we forgot that we had put away money a couple of months ago. It felt so good just to know that we had some extra cash put away that we completely forgot about. There are several different apps that you can download on your phone and set up rules within. And in these different apps, you'll be able to take out a little bit of cash at a time out of your different accounts and then completely forget about it. And before you know it, you may have extra cash to pay off some debts that you've had, maybe lingering for quite some time now. So I want to encourage you to get your finances in order before the new year comes in. You could also drop by your local bank and sit with a banker and let them know about the different plans that you have in place so that maybe they can suggest a savings account or help you to really be able to just shift certain things around in your finances. Getting your finances in order before 2020 is the thing that you need to do. This next thing, I don't know if it'll rub you right or wrong, that in order for you to change your life before 2020, you're going to have to do this next thing. And that's to really make sure that you have the right tribe around you. You know, I oftentimes say the same thing. You need a tribe to be able to thrive, but at the same time, you have to make sure that it's the right tribe. You will always be the sum of the people that you hang around. And if you don't have people that have positivity and healthy habits within their life, then you better believe that this upcoming year is going to be just like this one. And though that's a hard truth, my purpose of pushing you is to help you to realize that you have to make sure that you do stuff differently in this upcoming year if you really want to be able to reach your goals. The next thing that I want to talk about is you really realizing where the stress in your life is coming from. Most oftentimes we don't realize until we really hit a really bad place in our life how much the stresses in our lives are really affecting us. And really this point connects back to you making sure that you get your health in order. They say that stress is really a silent killer. It really is a catalyst for so many other things that happen within our bodies and our minds if we don't get it under control. So I want to encourage you that if you really want to change your life before 2020, that you really get your stress in order. And you can do that by seeing a therapist or hiring a life coach to really help you to strategically figure out what you need in your life and what you don't need in your life. There may be levels of stress that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, but I feel as though if you can manage your stress levels or manage the amount of times that you allow for yourself to come in contact with a certain level of stress, then you're really in a much better place. So in my opinion, if you learn how to manage your stress, then you'll be much better off. And the more that you manage your stress, then you'll have a better chance at eradicating or getting rid of different levels of stress that you see consistently in your life. And you really won't be able to do that until you're intentional about really paying attention to the different factors that are stressing you. Let me tell you something. There are different things that you can eject from your life that you don't have to stay subject to. You have to take inventory and pay really close attention to those stressors in your life. Now, if you're a hustler and you're a person that's always going and trying to build consistently, then this next thing might be something that's hard for you to do. But I really want you to show up for yourself. I really want you to be present. And what I mean is, in order for you to really enjoy life in spite of the hustle and bustle that comes with some of our rigid schedules and lifestyles, you have to make sure that you stop every now and again. And in you stopping to regroup by taking a vacation or either a staycation, you find yourself being able to really rejuvenate yourself, really being able to collect your thoughts and take that inventory that's really needed in your life so that you can be at your best. So I want to encourage you to make sure that you take a vacation in this next upcoming year, or simply learn when to stop so that you can learn how to reset yourself. And the more that you learn how to reset yourself, then you'll be able to take in so that you can consistently give out. I've seen a heightened interest in this next habit that I want you to be able to place in your life consistently that you practice. And this is incorporating making sure that you have a spiritual life. Now, I'm a Christian. I'm a born again believer in Jesus Christ. And so what that looks like for me is just making sure that I am consistently in communication with God by way of prayer, by way of meditating moments, by way of going to church consistently, by way of having fellowship with other believers. And so I don't know what your background or your belief is, but I think it is super important for us to make sure that we stay tapped into the source, that being God that created us. Because I find just being human is a lot. And I believe that there's another realm of strength that we most oftentimes need consistently that has to be read up in our lives. I know for me, being a wife and a mother, as much as those roles that I play are very much so physical human roles, they're very spiritual for me as well. And so in order for me to be able to consistently pray for my husband, consistently pray for my children, and to consistently be there for them, I have to make sure that my spiritual life is intact. So I want to encourage you to make sure that you're doing the same thing. It's important for you to make sure you're checking in consistently or communicating consistently with the God that created you, the God that's concerned about you. So I want to encourage you to begin to do that. You can begin to do that by reading your Bible or connecting with someone that you trust is more mature than you in the faith. Once you begin to do that, I can promise you that you'll see different areas of your life just begin to really line up if there's a diligent seeking that you do as it relates to God. Having a healthy spiritual life is something that you want to make sure that you practice doing before 2020. It will absolutely change your life. The next thing that I believe can absolutely change your life before 2020 is to get your book list in order. Now, you may be a little bit like me, whereas your schedule is already pretty rigid, but whatever it is that you really want to do in life, I know that you'll make time to do. And one of those things should be making sure that you have your book list. One of the greatest things that I've discovered as a wife, a mom, a pastor's wife, a mentor, a leader, just all of those different hats that I wear, is audiobooks. So if you're not able to sit down with a book and kind of cuddle up in your favorite chair so that you can really take in whatever it is that you're reading, you can definitely tune into an audiobook. I've been able to surpass whatever my goals were in terms of my book list this year by simply getting an audiobook to read alongside with a hard copy book. Because for me, I don't know, I feel like in some cases, I have not read the book unless I have the hard copy. So most oftentimes I have the audiobook playing in my ears, but then I'll still order the hard copy so that I could feel like I read the book. So whatever works for you, just make sure that you get your book list together. By you making sure that you're consistently reading different books, you're taking in information. Reading also is known to lower your stress levels and help in terms of your memory. There are so many different benefits of reading. So make sure that you have your book list together. I'll make sure that I attach in this video another video that I did that talked about some really great books that I read in 2019. Next new habit that I'm going to mention that I believe will absolutely change your life before 2020 is that you go ahead and you take some new classes. So whatever your hobby is or whatever new skills that you want to learn, go ahead and enroll in school so that you can refresh yourself. In the comments below, I want you to let me know what the #1 habit is that you want to go ahead and incorporate in your life before this 2020 New Year rings in. If you're really, really serious, I want you to tell me why you want to incorporate this new habit within your life. All right, so here's the exciting bonus that I was telling you about in the very beginning of the video. Because you decided to watch the whole video, here we go. I'm super excited about this. And so I decided to put together a productivity challenge. It's called the Before 2020 Productivity Challenge that will absolutely help you change your life. As a health coach in particular, I've had the opportunity to be able to run health groups with women that were really able to shift their mindset and really able to reach their health goals because of the fact that they were a part of a challenge. I love challenges because they give you the ability to be a part of something that's bigger than you, but then also they connect you to a source of accountability. So I want to invite you to my Before 2020 Top 3 Productivity Challenge so that you can absolutely make sure that you're changing your life before 2020. In order for you to connect to that challenge, I'll make sure that I put a link in the comments down below so that you can sign up. Now, here's the thing. The challenge is absolutely free and we start on November 1st, 2019. You'll be sent, as soon as you sign up, a free PDF calendar. And in this calendar, you'll have the opportunity for the 30 days of November to be able to follow along. But the great thing about this challenge is that in your mind, you know that you're not doing this alone. Once again, you're a part of something bigger. There are other people that will be connected to you that have the same dreams and goals that they want to make sure that they reach in 2020 because they realize that they have the power to be able to change their life. Let me let you know that before you even get into 2020, that if nobody tells you in your life, that I am super proud of you. The fact that you want to see your life changed before you even get into the new year is something that needs to be applauded and absolutely acknowledged. I believe that this upcoming year of 2020 is going to be one of your best years yet. But remember that you have the power to be able to change your life and nobody else does. And guess what? I believe in you. If you are new to my channel, I want to invite you to go ahead and subscribe. And even if you've been dating me for a while, I want you to go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the little bell for alerts. I'm so excited about your upcoming year of having the best vision ever. You will be seeing clearer than you thought you could ever see. Your new year starts now. Happy New Year to you and all the best. Ciao.